It is day 2020. It is day 65. Mhm. It's day 65 of our 1 year Bible read. It's our 1 year Bible read, day 65. 65 days in a row. When was the last time you did something 65 times? And I didn't go, don't even gotta be in a row, but you did something 65 times that you could remember. Me either. Me either. But we did this. We did this though. You feel me? We did this though. You feel me? Okay, I marked my last page to make sure let's verify today's date. It's the 4th, so we're on the 6th. So we're reading the 6th, March 6th reading today, coming from, without further ado, Numbers 6, 1 through 7, ending on verse 89. We got a lot to read tonight. Then we got following that up with Mark. Oh, we really do have a lot to read on that tonight. Mark 12, 38 to 13, ending on verse 13. And then Psalms 49, 1 through 20. And then wrapping it all up with Proverbs 10, 27 to 28. Tomorrow is Ash Wednesday. What's that? I don't know what that is. What's Ash Wednesday? Can you explain? I don't know what Ash Wednesday is. I'm confused. I really want to know now. I'm curious. Brief, brief intermission. I'm finna Google this. Ash Wednesday? Ash Wednesday. I've never heard of this. Is a holy day of prayer and fasting in many Western Christian denominations. I don't. Yeah, I got you. I'm reading it right now. Is a holy day of prayer, fasting in many Western Christian denominations. It is preceded by Shrove Tuesday. It marks the first day of Lent, the 6 weeks of penitence before Easter. I never heard of this before. This is my first time ever hearing of this. I'm not gonna lie. Ash Wednesday is observed by Catholics, Lutherans, Moravians, Anglicans, and United Protestants, as well as some churches in the Reformed, including certain Congregationalists, Continental Reformed, and Presbyterian churches, Baptist, Methodist, and Nazarene traditions. Ash Wednesday is traditionally observed with fasting and abstinence from meat in several Christian denominations. As it is the first day of Lent, many Christians begin Ash Wednesday by marking a Lenten calendar, praying a Lenten daily devotional, and making a Lenten sacrifice that they will not partake of they did not partake of until the arrival of Eastertide. Many Christians attend special Ash Wednesday church services at which churchgoers receive ash on their foreheads or on top of their heads, as wearing of the ashes was a sign of repentance in biblical times. Ash Wednesday derives its name from its practice, in which the placement of ashes is accompanied by the words repent and believe in the gospel, or the dictum, remember that you are dust, and to dust you shall return. The ashes are prepared by burning palm leaves from the previous year's Palm Sunday celebrations. I did not know that. This is new to me. This is new to me. Yes, it's for 40 days. I never heard of this before. I'm gonna have to like YouTube this or something. Many observations, dominations emphasize making a Lenten sacrifice as well as fasting and abstinence during the season of Lent, particularly on Ash Wednesday. The First Council of Nicaea spoke of Lent as a period of fasting for 40 days. There you go, fasting for 40 days in advance of Easter, although it is unclear whether the prescribed fast applies to all Christians or specifically to new Christians preparing to be baptized. Whatever the council's original intent, this 40-day fast comes into wide practice throughout the church. So you're about to fast, Stellish? You're about to fast for 40 days? Oh man, you took the light back? You took the light back off the stream? That's crazy. Um, you about to fast for 40 days though, Stellish? Ooh, what are you fasting? What are you fasting away from? So like what are you not partaking in during your fast? Is what I'm asking. Um, I fast every single day until 12 o'clock. So it's so fun and I feel great every time I participate on Fridays. You can't eat red meat, so I go to seafood restaurant and yes, I will fast. Ooh, okay, hey, okay. You can't eat red meat. Oh, it's so fun and again, and it's feel great. On Friday, you also on Fridays you can't eat red meat. So what about the other days? I will fast and give up so many bad habits. Okay, 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 okay. You know, I may join you there. I may join you there. Okay, but without further ado, welcome to day 65 of our daily read of the 1 Year Bible. So Numbers 6, 1 through 7, ending on verse 89. Then the Lord said to Moses, give the following instructions to the people of Israel. If any of the people, either men or women, take the special vow of a Nazarite, setting themselves apart to the Lord in a special way, they must give up wine and alcoholic drinks. They must not use vinegar made from wine or from other alcoholic drinks. They must not drink fresh grape juice, and they must not eat grapes or raisins. As long as they are bound by their Nazarite vow, they are not allowed to eat or drink anything that comes from a grapevine, not even the grape seeds or skins. They must never cut their hair throughout the time of their vow, for they are holy and set apart to the Lord. Until the time of their vow has been fulfilled, they must let their hair grow long, and they must not go near a dead body during the entire period of their vow to the Lord. Even if the dead person is of their own father, mother, brother, or sister, they must not defile themselves. For the hair on their head is a symbol of their separation to God. This requirement applies as long as they are set apart to the Lord. If someone falls dead beside them, they, the hair they have dedicated will be defiled. They must wait for 7 days and then shave their heads. Then they will be cleansed from the defilement. On the eighth day, they must bring two turtle doves or two pigeons to the priest at the entrance of the tabernacle. The priest will offer one of the birds for a sin offering and the other for a burnt offering. In this way, he will purify them from the guilt they incurred through the contact with the dead body. Then they must reaffirm their commitment and let their hair begin to grow again. The days of their vow that were completed before the defilement no longer count. They must rededicate themselves to the Lord as a Nazarite for the full term of their vow, and each must bring a 1 year old male lamb for a guilt offering. This is the ritual law for the Nazarites. At the conclusion of their time of separation as a Nazarite, they must each go to the entrance of the tabernacle and offer their sacrifices to the Lord. A 1 year old lamb without a defect for a burnt offering, a 1 year old female lamb without a defect for a sin offering, a ram without a defect for a peace offering, a basket of bread made without yeast, cakes of choice flour mixed with olive oil, and wafers spread with olive oil, along with their prescribed grain offerings and liquid offerings. The priest will present these offerings before the Lord. First, the sin offering and the burnt offering, then the ram for a peace offering, along with the basket of bread made without yeast. The priest must also present the prescribed grain offering and liquid offering to the Lord. Then the Nazarites will shave their heads at the entrance of the tabernacle. They would take the hair that had been dedicated and place it on the fire beneath the peace offering sacrifice. After the Nazarite's head had been shaved, the priest would take for each of them the bull's shoulder of the ram, and he will take from the basket a cake and a wafer made without yeast. He will put them all into the Nazarite's hands. Then the priest will lift them up as a special offering before the Lord. These are the holy portions for the priest, along with the breast of the special offering and the thigh of the sacred offering that are lifted up before the Lord. After the ceremony, the Nazarites may again drink wine. This is the ritual law of the Nazarites, who vow to bring these offerings to the Lord. They may also bring additional offerings if they can afford it. And they must be careful to do whatever they vowed when they set themselves apart as Nazarites. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Tell Aaron and his sons to be blessed, the people of Israel, with this special blessing. May the Lord bless you and protect you. May the Lord smile on you and be gracious to you. May the Lord show you his favor and give you his peace. Whenever Aaron and his sons bless the people of Israel in my name, I myself will bless them." On the day Moses set up the tabernacle, he anointed it and set it apart as holy. He also anointed and set apart all its furnishings and the altar with its utensils. Then the leaders of Israel, the tribal leaders who had registered the troops, came and brought their offerings. Together, they brought 6 large wagons and 12 oxen. There was a wagon for every 2 leaders and an ox for each leader. They presented these to the Lord in front of the tabernacle. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Receive their gifts and use the oxen and wagons for transporting the tabernacle. Distribute them among the Levites according to the work they have to do." So Moses took the wagons and the oxen and presented them to the Levites. He gave 2 wagons and 4 oxen to the Gershonite division for their work, and he gave 4 wagons and 8 oxen to the Merarite division for their work. All their work was done under the leadership of Ithamar, son of Aaron the priest. But he gave none of the wagons of oxen to the Kohathite division, since they were required to carry the sacred objects of the tabernacle on their shoulders. The leaders also presented dedication gifts for the altar at the time it was anointed. They each placed their gifts before the altar. The Lord said to Moses, "Let one leader bring his gift each day for the dedication of the altar." On the first day, Nashon, son of Amminadab, leader of the tribe of Judah, presented his offering. His offering consisted of a silver platter weighing 3¼ pounds and a silver basin weighing 1¾ pounds, as measured by the weight of the sanctuary shekel. These were both filled with the grain offerings of choice flour moistened with olive oil. He also brought a gold container weighing 4 ounces, which was filled with incense. He brought a young bull, a ram, and a 1 year old male lamb for a burnt offering, and a male goat for a sin offering. For a peace offering, he brought 2 bulls, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and five 1 year old male lambs. This was the offering brought by Nahshon, son of Amminadab. On the second day, Nethanel, son of Yor, leader of the tribe of Issachar, presented his offering. His offering consisted of a silver platter weighing 3 and 1/4 pounds and a silver basin weighing 1 and 3/4 pounds, as measured by the weight of the sanctuary shekel. These were both filled with the grain offerings of choice flour moistened with olive oil. He also brought a gold container weighing 4 ounces, which was filled with incense. He brought a young bull, a ram, and a 1-year-old male lamb for a burnt offering, and a male goat for a sin offering. For a peace offering, he brought 2 bulls, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and a five 1-year-old male lambs. This was the offering brought by Nethanel, son of Zur. On the third day, Eliab, son of Helon, leader of the tribe of Zebulun, presented his offering. His offering consisted of a silver platter weighing 3 and 1/4 pounds, and a silver basin weighing 1 and 3/4 pounds, as measured by the weight of the sanctuary shekel. These are both filled with the grain offerings of choice flour moistened with olive oil. He also brought a gold container weighing 4 ounces, which was filled with incense. He brought a young bull, a ram, and a 1-year-old male lamb for a burnt offering, and a male goat for a sin offering. For a peace offering, he brought 2 bulls, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 1-year-old male lambs. This was the offering brought by Eliab, son of Helon. On the fourth day, Elizur, son of Shadur, leader of the tribe of Reuben, presented his offering. His offering consisted of a silver platter weighing 3 and 1/4 pounds and a silver basin weighing 1 and 3/4 pounds, the as measured by the weight of the sanctuary shekel. These were both filled with grain offerings of choice flour, moistened with olive oil. He also brought a gold container weighing 4 ounces, which was filled with incense. He brought a young bull, a ram, and a 1-year-old male lamb for a burnt offering, and a male goat for a sin offering. For a peace offering, he brought 2 bulls, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 1-year-old male lambs. This was the offering brought by Eliezer, son of Shador. On the fifth day, Shelumiel, son of Jeruzzad, leader of the tribe of Simeon, presented his offering. His offering consisted of a silver platter weighing 3 and 1/4 pounds and a silver basin weighing 1 and 3/4 pounds, as measured by the weight of the sanctuary shekel. These were both filled with grain offerings. Of choice flour moistened with olive oil, he also brought a gold container weighing 4 ounces, which was filled with incense. He brought a young bull, a ram, and a 1-year-old male lamb for a burnt offering, and a male goat for a sin offering. For a peace offering, he brought 2 bulls, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 1-year-old male lambs. This was the offering brought by Shemuel, son of Shurizadeh. On the sixth day, Elah, Eliasap, son of Duel, leader of the tribe of God, presented his offering. His offering consisted of a silver platter weighing 3 and 1/4 pounds and a silver basin weighing 1 and 3/4 pounds, as measured by the weight of the sanctuary shekel. These were both filled with grain offerings of choice flour moistened with olive oil. He also brought a gold container weighing 4 ounces, which was filled with incense. He brought a young bull, a ram, and a 1-year-old male lamb for a burnt offering, and a male goat for a sin offering. For a peace offering, he brought 2 bulls, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 1-year-old male lambs. This was the offering brought by Elisab, son of Duel. On the seventh day, Elishama, son of Amihud, leader of the tribe of Ephraim, presented his offering. His offering consisted of a silver platter weighing 3 and 1/4 pounds and a silver basin weighing 1 and 3/4 pounds, as measured by the weight of the sanctuary shekel. These are both filled grain offerings of choice flour moistened with olive oil. He also brought a gold container weighing 4 ounces, which was filled with incense. He brought a young bull, a ram, and a 1-year-old male lamb for a burnt offering, and a male goat for a sin offering. For a peace offering, he brought 2 bulls, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 1-year-old male lambs. This was the offering brought by Elishama, son of Amminud. On the eighth day, Gamaliel, son of Pedazur, leader of the tribe of Manasseh, presented his offering. His offering consisted of a silver platter weighing 3 and 1/4 pounds and a silver basin weighing 1 and 3/4 pounds, as measured by the as measured by the weight of the sanctuary shekel. These were both filled with grain offerings of choice flour moistened with olive oil. He also brought a gold container weighing 4 ounces, which was filled with incense. He brought a young bull, a ram, and a 1-year-old male lamb for a burnt offering, and a male goat for a sin offering. For a peace offering, he brought 2 bulls, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 1-year-old male lambs. This was the offering brought by Gamaliel, son of Pedazur. On the ninth day, Abidan, son of Gideon, leader of the tribe of Benjamin, presented his offering. His offering consisted of a silver platter weighing 3 and 1/4 pounds and a silver basin weighing 1 and 3/4 pounds, as measured by the weight of the sanctuary shekel. These are both filled grain offerings of choice flour moistened with olive oil. He also brought a gold container weighing 4 ounces, which was filled with incense. He brought a young bull, a ram, and a 1-year-old male lamb for a burnt offering, and a male goat for a sin offering. For a peace offering, he brought two bulls, five rams, five male goats, and five one-year-old male lambs. This was the offering brought by Abidan, son of Gideon. On the 10th day, Ahizor, son of Amishadi, leader of the tribe of Dan, presented his offering. His offering consisted of a silver platter weighing 3 and 1/4 pounds and a silver basin weighing 1 3/4 pounds, as measured by the weight of the sanctuary shekel. These were both filled with the grain offerings of choice flour moistened with olive oil. He also brought a gold container weighing 4 ounces, which is filled with incense. He brought a young bull, a ram, and a one-year-old male lamb for a burnt offering, and a male goat for a sin offering. For a peace offering, he brought two bulls, five rams, five male goats, and five one-year-old male lambs. This was the offering brought by Ahizur, son of Amishadai. On the 11th day, Pagiel, son of Ochran, leader of the tribe of Asher, presented his offering. His offering consisted of a silver platter weighing 3 and 1/4 pounds and a silver basin weighing 1 3/4 pounds, as measured by the weight of the sanctuary shekel. These were both filled with grain offerings of choice flour moistened with olive oil. He also brought a gold container weighing 4 ounces, which was filled with incense. He brought a young bull, a ram, and a one-year-old male lamb for a burnt offering, and a male goat for a sin offering. For a peace offering, he brought two bulls, five rams, five male goats, and five one-year-old male lambs. This was the offering brought by Pagiel, son of Ochran. On the 12th day, Ahira, son of Enon, leader of the tribe of Naphtali, presented his offering. His offering consisted of a silver platter weighing 3 and 1/4 pounds and a silver basin weighing 1 3/4 pounds, as measured by the weight of the sanctuary shekel. These were both filled with grain offerings of choice flour moistened with olive oil. He also brought a gold container weighing 4 ounces, which is filled with incense. He brought a young bull, a ram, and a one-year-old male lamb for a burnt offering, and a male goat for a sin offering. For a peace offering, he brought two bulls, five rams, five male goats, and five one-year-old male lambs. This was the offering brought by Ahira, son of Enon. So, this was a dedication. This was the dedication offering brought by the leaders of Israel. At the time of the altar was anointed 12 silver platters, 12 silver basins, 12 gold instant containers. Each silver platter weighed 3 and 1/4 pounds, and each silver basin weighed 1 3/4 pounds. The total weight of the silver was 60 pounds, as measured by the weight of the sanctuary shekel. Each of the 12 gold containers that was filled with the incense weighed 4 ounces, as measured by the weight of the sanctuary shekel. The total weight of the gold was 3 pounds. 12 young bulls, 12 rams, and 12 one-year-old male lambs were donated for the burnt offerings, along with the prescribed grain offerings. 12 male goats were brought for the sin offering. 24 bulls, 60 rams, 60 male goats, and 61-year-old male lambs were donated for the peace offerings. This was the dedication offering for the altar after it was anointed. Sorry, chat. My neck kind of hurt. Oh, I'm looking down for a long time. Dang, I gotta go. Good night. Hey, you have a good one, bro. You have a good one, bro. Whenever Moses went into the tabernacle to speak with the Lord, he heard the voice speaking to him from between the two cherubim above the ark's cover, the place of atonement, the rest of the ark of the covenant. The Lord spoke with him from there. And that is the end of our reading today from Numbers 6, 1 through 7, ending on verse 89. Goodness gracious, chat. That was a lot of repetition there. Oh my goodness. My neck hurts. That was a lot of repetition there, chat. I'm not gonna lie. That was a lot of repetition there. Okay, but now let's get into Mark 12, 38 to 13, ending on verse 13. Jesus also taught, beware of these teachers of religious law, for they like to parade around in flowing robes and receive respectful greetings as they walk in their marketplaces, and how they love the seats of honor in the synagogues and the head tables at the banquets. Yet they shamelessly cheat widows out of their property and pretend to be pious by making long prayers in public. Because of this, they will be more severely punished. Jesus sat down near the collection box in the temple and watched as the crowds dropped in their money. Many rich people put in large amounts. Then a poor widow came and dropped in two small coins. Jesus called his disciples to him and said, I tell you the truth, this poor widow has given more than all the others who are making contributions, for they give a tiny part of their surplus. But she, poor as she is, has given everything she had to live on. As Jesus was leaving the temple that day, one of his disciples said, Teacher, look at the magnificent buildings. Look at the impressive stones in the walls. Jesus replied, Yes, look at these great buildings. But they will be completely demolished. Not one stone will be left on top of another. Later, Jesus sat on the Mountain of Olives across the valley from the temple. Peter, James, John, and Andrew came to him privately and asked him, Tell us, when will all this happen? What sign will show us that these things are about to be fulfilled? Jesus replied, Don't let anyone mislead you, for many will come in my name, claiming I am the Messiah. They will deceive many, and you will hear of wars and threats. I was talking to myself about this earlier. Of wars, but don't panic. Yes, these things must take place, but the end won't follow immediately. Nothing will go to war against nation. Nation will go Nation will go to war against nation and kingdom against kingdom. There will be earthquakes in many parts of the world, as well as famines. But it is only the first of the birth pains, and with more to come. When these things begin to happen, watch out. You'll be handed over to the local councils and be beaten in the synagogues. You will stand trial before the governors and kings because you are my followers. But this will be your opportunity to tell them about me. For the good news must be first preached to all nations. But when you are arrested to stand trial, don't worry in advance about what to say. Just say what God tells you at the time, for it is not you who will be speaking, but the Holy Spirit. A brother will betray his brother to death. A father will betray his own child. And children will rebel against their parents and cause them to be killed. And everyone will hate you because you are my followers. But the one who endures to the end will be saved. And now, chat Psalms 49, 1 through 20. Listen to this, all you people, pay attention. Everyone in the world, high and low, rich and poor, listen. For my words are wise, and my thoughts are filled with insight. I listened carefully to many proverbs and saw riddles with inspiration from my heart. Why should I fear when troubles come? When enemies surround me, they trust in their wealth and boast of great riches. Yet they cannot redeem themselves from death by paying a ransom to God. Redemption does not come so easily, for no one can ever pay enough to live forever and never see the grave. And those who are wise must finally die, just like the foolish and senseless, leaving all the wealth behind. The grave is their eternal home, where they will stay forever. They may name their estates after themselves, but their fame will not last. They will die just like animals. This is the fate of fools, though they are remembered as being wise. Like sheep, they are led to the grave, where death will be their shepherd. In the morning, the godly will rule over them. Their bodies will rot in the grave, far from the grand estates. But as for me, God will redeem my life. He will snatch me from the power of the grave. So don't be dismayed when the wicked grow rich and their homes become ever more splendid. For when they die, they take nothing with them. Their wealth will not follow them into the grave. In this life, they consider themselves fortunate, and they are applauded for their success. But they will die like all of them before them, and never again see the light of day. People who boast of their wealth don't understand. They will die just like animals. And now Proverbs 10:27 to 28. Fear of the Lord lengthens one life, but the years of the wicked are cut short. The hopes of the godly result in happiness, but the expectations of the wicked come to nothing. And now, it's not easy being the real deal. It's not easy being the real deal. Hey, what's up, Cole? Welcome back to the stream, bro. It's good to see you again, man. It's good to see you again. Okay, it is not easy being the real deal. Being a Nazarite was a quiet commitment. You saved on a lot of on haircuts. I gotta read it again because that's funny. All right, it's not easy being that's pretty funny. That's a bar. That's pretty funny. How was your Tuesday, bro? It's not easy being the real deal. Being a Nazarite was quite a commitment. You saved a lot on haircuts because they were not allowed to get any, and no alcohol, including wine or anything associated with grapes. Contrast that with the New Testament. Religious leaders who made shows of the pious actions, yet stole from widows and enjoyed comfort, and leisure at the expense of those poor old ladies. God has not called many to live the life of the Nazarite, but we are all called to sacrifice anything that prevents us from being generous and authentic. Let's read that one more time. It's not easy being the real deal. Being a Nazarite was quite a commitment. You saved a lot of haircuts because they are not allowed to get any, and no alcohol, including wine or anything associated with grapes. Contrast that with New Testament religious leaders who made shows of their pious actions, yet stole from widows and enjoyed comfort and leisure at the expense of those poor old ladies. God has not called many to live the life of the Nazarite, but we are all called to sacrifice anything that prevents us from being generous and authentic. Ooh, 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 ooh. Who out there faking the funk? Who out there faking the funk? That is, hey, hey, that seems like a message. That seems like a message. Who out there faking the funk? Ooh, 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 ooh. It seems like a mess. Ooh, authenticity. Okay, let's read from a couple places here tonight on tonight's reading real quick. Here we go. Mark 12:38 through 13, in verse 13. We're gonna read from is that a study Bible, sir? This is the one-year Bible. It's a version of the Bible that allows us to read the Bible completely in 1 year. We're currently on day 65. Um, you know, we're currently on day 65. Um, 65 days in a row. We're reading this Bible every single day for the next 300 for 365 days. Um, just if you want to read the Bible and if you have an intention on reading the Bible, but um, it seems like a daunting task, I feel like this is a really good way to do it, and I've been enjoying it. But it is a version of the Bible that allows you to read the Bible in 1 year, pretty much. But Mark 12:38 to 13, and then verse 13. So I want to read this verse here. So Jesus also taught, beware of these teachers of religious law, for they like to parade around in flowing robes and receive respectful greetings as they walk in the marketplaces, and how they love the seats of honor in the synagogues and the head tables at banquets. Yet they shamelessly cheat widows out of their property and then pretend to be pious, but make long prayers in public. Because of this, they will be more severely punished. So I was talking to myself about this earlier because I actually talked to myself quite a bit. I actually talked to myself quite a bit. But I was talking to myself about this earlier, right? Uh, um, because I was having this conversation with myself. But it was this right here, right? It was about this right here. Jesus also taught, beware of these teachers of religious law, for they like to parade around in flowing robes and receive respectful greetings as they walk in the marketplaces. Um, I'm not sure why this was coming to me earlier, but I was thinking about like false prophets, right? You know how like where um and they tell you to beware of the false prophets, the people that will come and pretend that they're getting messages from God and do all that stuff and then be false prophets and whatever, right? But I was having a conversation with myself about this earlier. Honestly, I didn't take any notes. I typically take notes when I have these conversations, but I didn't take any notes this time. Um, but I want you all to remember to always test the waters. You feel me? Always test the waters because there are people who pretend to be something that they are not. You know, it could be me. You don't know me. So always, always show a little bit of, healthy skepticism is what I like to say. A little bit of healthy skepticism when you're entering into different places. I feel like that's a great word to share today. Always practice a little bit of healthy skepticism, a little bit of healthy skepticism. It's not fear, right? You feel me? Faith over fear, but it's not fear, right? We don't care about that over here, right? It's healthy skepticism. A lot of things aren't what they seem, you know? So that healthy skepticism allows you to, wade through the waters, like that old spiritual back in the days. Wade through the water. It allows you to sift through those waters, all right? It allows you to use your wisdom to you and also your discernment in order to figure out this is a good and healthy place for you to be, all right? But that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. I was having this conversation with myself earlier, and I felt like I wanted to share this with y'all as well. But beware of these teachers of religious law, for they like to parade around in flung robes and receive respectful greetings as they walk in the marketplaces, and how they love the seats of honor in the synagogues and the head tables at the banquets. Yet they shamelessly cheat widows out of their property, and they pretend to be pious by making long prayers in public. Because of this, they'll be more severely punished. Stay Beware of those people. Hi, where's wifey? Wifey is um in places and and doing private wifey things. I will not expose her business. You feel me? I will not expose her business. You feel me? But thank you all for the likes on the stream tonight. Um but I want you all to remember to practice healthy skepticism, you know, healthy skepticism. No matter who it is, I don't care if it's me or anybody else. Practice a little bit of healthy skepticism. Use your wisdom, use your discernment to figure out if this is a good place for you to be at. You feel me? And that is our 1 year Bible reading for today. This is day 65 of the 1 year Bible reading. If you want to stay tuned and you want to catch more of our readings here, we do these every single night around 8 p.m. EST. Um, and tomorrow will be our next day. We will do this every single day for 365 days. But it's time for this outro. And if you're new to the channel, it's the first time you get to hear the outro. We all got that limitless core, baby. I appreciate you. I might even love you, but I'm for sure glad you woke up today. And thank you for joining me tonight. I appreciate it. And I hope you have a great night and a great tomorrow. And I'll see you next time. Peace.